They say your energy levels naturally plummet in perimenopause. That you just have to accept the fatigue, the brain fog, the weight that won't freaking budge no matter what you try. But here's what I found, and what most doctors weren't telling me. That's not the full story. Your body isn't broken. It's sending you a very specific signal. And once I understood what that signal actually was, everything changed for me. So if you're exhausted all the time, you've tried hormone balancing, clean eating, cutting calories, exercising more, and you still feel stuck, stay with me because this might be the missing piece. I want you to picture a moment I know a lot of you have had. You wake up after a full night of sleep and you're still tired. Not a little tired, bone deep, drag yourself through the day tired. You look in the mirror and nothing about your body feels like you anymore. You go to your doctor and they run some panels, check your estrogen, progesterone, and maybe they even say things are a little bit off, or maybe they say everything looks completely normal. Either way, you leave without real answers. That was me. For nearly 2 years, I was exhausted every single day. I couldn't lose a pound, not even with serious effort. And I was doing all the right things. And I felt like my body was completely ignoring me. And I kept hearing the same explanation. It's perimenopause. Your estrogen is dropping. That's just what happens. But something about that never sat right with me because I knew women who moved through this stage of life and thrived. So why the heck was I feeling so stuck? Here's what I eventually learned, and it completely reframed how I thought about what was happening in my body. Yes, estrogen and progesterone shift in perimenopause. That's real. But those hormones don't work in isolation. They're part of a much bigger communication network inside your body. Think of it this way. Your body is like a massive organization with thousands of departments. Your metabolism, your immune system, your energy production, your fat storage, your sleep cycles. Every single one of those departments runs on signals, okay? And one of the most important types of signals in that system, peptides. Peptides are short chains of amino acids, basically tiny little messengers. They travel through your body telling your cells what to do. Turn on metabolism, regulate energy, manage inflammation, signal fat cells to release stored energy. When you're in perimenopause, it's not just your sex hormones that shift. Your entire signaling environment shifts. Some of those peptide signals get scrambled, weakened, or just stop getting through altogether. So you try and rebalance your estrogen and progesterone, and that might help with some symptoms. But if the communication system itself is compromised, your body still won't work. Your body still will not respond the way that it should. That's why some women try hormone therapy and still feel exhausted. It's not that the hormones aren't there, it's that the downstream signals are not working. And here's the part that really got my attention. This isn't something new that scientists just discovered yesterday. Peptide research has been around for decades, but it's only recently that formulations have become available that are specifically designed to support the body's natural signaling process, without adding synthetic hormones, without injections, and without the side effects that come with a lot of the conventional approaches. That's when I found what's called a natural oral peptide. And I want to be clear about what that is and what it isn't. It's not another hormone supplement. It doesn't replace your estrogen or your progesterone. It doesn't force your body to do something artificial either. What it does is provide the natural building blocks your body needs in order to start sending the right signals again. So think of it like your body's communication network gets a reset, not an override. I was honestly skeptical. I had tried so many things to that point, including injectable GLP-1s. We'll talk about that later. But I decided to give this a real shot. And within the first few weeks, something shifted. The constant fatigue that had become my baseline, that foggy, heavy, exhausted feeling, I'd almost accepted as permanent, it started to lift. Not overnight, not in a dramatic, sudden way, but gradually I felt like myself again. And then over the following months, after years of the scale not moving, no matter what I did, I lost 18 pounds. Now, I need to say that again because I still can't quite believe it. 18 pounds without starving myself, without pushing myself at the gym, without white knuckling through another miserable diet, because let's be honest, I like tacos. It was like my metabolism finally woke up, because that's essentially what happened. My body finally had the information it needed to do its job. So here's the thing I want you to take away from this. The signal your body is sending you right now, the fatigue, the weight gain, the fog, it's not your body telling you it's broken. It's your body saying, I need the right information to work with. That distinction changed everything for me, because when you believe you're broken, you feel hopeless, you accept things you don't have to accept. But when you understand that your body is trying to communicate and it just needs better tools to do that, ladies, suddenly there's something you can actually do. You're not fighting against your body, you are finally working with it. And that shift in understanding, that's where the real change begins. Now, if this resonates with you, I've linked the peptide kit I used down in the description. And subscribe if you want to follow along, because I'll be sharing more about what's actually worked for me. The research, the real talk, and none of the fluff.